Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ohio Anime. Ohio gozaimasu. Welcome in. Ishiraimase. My name is John, and I'm joined by, I guess, Yee and Andrea.
Melon.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, Phil.
Always changing.
Too creative. Yep, too creative for me.
Well, I'm glad you guys could make it here tonight. This pre-Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving week episode. This is, fun fact, the 69th episode of this show. Yeah.
Nice.
And will be a little bit of a celebration here, I guess, because we won't have the regular podcast during Thanksgiving. So I want to know what anime-related thing you're thankful for this year. We'll get into that. But the big subject for tonight is going to be an anime that Phil recommended maybe a couple weeks ago or something. Tojima Wants to be a Kamen Rider. And we kind of talked about it the last episode that our basically non-existent background around Kamen Rider. But so it's kind of a new deal for us. And we'll talk about the first 3 episodes. We know there's more, but we'll kind of cover them in threes. It seemed like a pretty good stopping place, actually, for this discussion. So that's what we'll get into. Before all that, a little bit of housekeeping. This is the first episode tonight, episode 69, which I don't normally label these. I keep track of them for myself so they can be in the folder and the thumbnail can go along with it, all that sort of thing. I didn't really do the episode thing like I do
it's 69
with the regular podcast, but this is the first episode we're streaming on our Ohio Anime YouTube page. So typically, or I guess what I was familiar with previously is they had a requirement for a certain subscriber count in order to stream to a YouTube channel. That went away, and I don't know what it is. Maybe we would have met it now or not. I don't know. But we had been streaming on our podcast on the Rocks YouTube channel, and we're changing it up now. So this is the first live stream going to that place. We've gained more subscribers there more quickly recently. So hopefully some of you have notifications on and get that notification, and you can pop in the chat and contribute. Let us know what you're thinking.
Moving on up. Going big league.
Yeah, we're still in the same places on X and on Twitch. That's the same account. I don't envision making new ones there or whatever for now, but just for the YouTubes. Again, I talked previously about how I had looked for anime podcasts, like on a podcast directory, and it was just like, seemed kind of few and far between for long-running podcasts that were kind of currently going and everything. It just seems like the action there is looking at YouTube videos. But it's like, well, we do an anime podcast, though. Ours should show up, And just, I don't know. It's maybe someday we'll split the podcast, but for now, it's still the one thing in podcast directories. But on YouTube, you have the option of going direct to Ohio Anime, and your live streams will go there now, too. So that's what we got there. Like, share, subscribe, and that sort of thing. Okay, that out of the way, are there any, if there's any brand new shows that since we've last talked that must be mentioned? Big things, not continuing shows, something that's like, oh man, I tried this and you must know about it.
Not for me, but I'd look to Phil as more likely.
I started. Did I talk last time about I was trying to decide between 2 different space operas?
No,
I mean,
I don't remember that at all.
I started Legends of the Galactic Heroes, but then I quickly switched to which is a pretty famous space opera anime, and then I pretty quickly switched to another kind of classic, popular one called
Cowboy Bebop. I mean, you teed that up so nicely. I couldn't help it.
Star Blazers or Space Battleship Yamato.
Oh yeah, that one I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't recognize the first part, but as you ended on Battleship Yamato, I was like, oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yep. So that's been fun. That's really good. So interesting. But we don't need to go into it deeply. It's like it's an older one. I mean, well, not super old, but not current. So.
Yeah, it's I would be potentially interested if you like it in going through that one for a retro show.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. Legends of the Galactic Heroes is more like apparently like super in depth. It's more about like battle strategy and like people talking a lot. And I've heard it's really a slow burn until you get a couple seasons in. And I was like, I would like to try it at some point, but I got a little bit in and I was like, I need just a little bit more action. And so that one was Star Blazers a little bit more.
Yeah, we should really focus. We should really. I know it's hard to pull yourself away sometimes from like the new shiny. It's like, oh, the thing's coming out, another thing's coming out, another thing's coming out. It's thrown in your face, and you're like, I want to try it. But we really should, if people are interested, go back to some other classics. You know, when there's a little downtime, when it's not something like we're. Yeah. You know.
I actually went. Speaking of, this is very timely. I went while my youngest daughter was at dance class last night in the adjacent strip mall to the dance studio. There's a used gaming store. Like, so they get used games, DVDs, videos, gaming systems, and they had a little anime section of anime DVDs and Blu-rays. And I didn't buy any, but several of them I found on Crunchyroll and added to my list. So, I mean, like,
nice.
Here, let me just.
Good job helping keep that store in business, Phil, by just like skipping over
trying to save money,
disc. And
I mean, if I can watch them on Crunchyroll, here, let me tell you the ones because they look kind of funny. Burst Angel is one of them.
Okay.
Okay.
This one's one of them. It's called Kaijo. And it's about a gymnast who decides to become a competitor in a new women-only sport called Kaijo. It's a lucrative...
Keijo?
Keijo, maybe. Keijo.
Yeah.
Keijo.
I've watched a little bit of that.
It's a popular gambling sport where female players stand on a floating platform on the water and must push other players off by only using their breasts and buttocks.
Yes.
So she's, I was like...
Andrea's off camera while you...
Andrea's like, that's offensive to me. And I will not.
I've watched the first probably 6 episodes of that or something like that. Yeah, a fair bit of it.
Did you like it?
It was what it was.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah,
but a lot of those things to me, they lose steam. At some point, it's like, this is a fun idea. It got the tantalizing thing down, but then if it doesn't have, it needs something else eventually. To
right. Okay.
So okay.
Well, we lost Andrea, very good. But
yeah. I don't know what happened there. Let me double check on my end, make sure everything is okay yet. The storm's hitting her.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, she said she'll be right back.
Okay.
In the chat. So, okay.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay.
What about you, John? You watch anything? Other than this?
Nope, I have not.
Okay.
I've been like the thing I've been doing here is I don't know. Extra things have felt busy, so I haven't had any extra time for like the games I had been playing. I haven't played those for like a week. Marvel Rivals or Arc Raiders, and so I've been trying to finish the Dune book, the first Dune book, and I'm getting there.
Yeah.
So I do have a Dawn to Dawn yet to read.
Okay.
That I'm meaning to get to, and then I still, whenever Ashley wants to for sure start, maybe more this winter again, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
And then I was going to just start the Neon Genesis Evangelion, like I was talking, but maybe we want to do the Pirate Yamamoto thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. I'd be down for either. I've seen obviously an Evangelion, so.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the mustache. I dig it. What was the just decided I'm gonna I'm gonna do it.
No, it's strange. So I showed up basically the same day as someone else at the gym. We both had a mustache for the first time.
Hilarious.
Yeah. It's weird, but anyway,
It's like that
I'm
Spider-Man
not sure why
meme.
he.
Oh.
What's that?
It's like that Spider-Man meme. Like you're pointing at each other, like,
Oh yeah,
mustache.
right. Yeah, I don't know what the impetus was for him. For me, one of my Halloween costumes was Mr. Fantastic, and so I had shaved my whole beard off, and then I was like, the mustache will come back in time enough for Halloween, and so it was okay.
Sure.
But yeah, sort of the movie version of Mr. Fantastic. So
Okay.
then I kept it, and Ashley was a little weirded out by it, but then now she's
good.
like, you shouldn't shave it off. So I don't know, we'll just have to. It's definitely coming off in the spring for Detour because you have to for a costume, but we'll see.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, there's a lot of time between now and then. So you can rock that stash all winter.
Yep. So
nice.
Me too.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right. Welcome back, Andrea. Let's get into what we're thankful for in the anime community, anime world, whatever it is. Thursday's Thanksgiving here in the US of A, and as opposed to like generic thank yous, what we're thankful for in life.
Sure.
In the anime world. So, Andrea, you got anything in mind?
I do. I have two things that I thought of. One, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit of a discussion that we had around Kaiju number 8, where I was talking about how spoiled we are now that so many of our shows really get continuations. And I was talking about how when I was first watching anime and I would fall in love with a show really hard, and then, season 1 would end on this weird cliffhanger-ish thing, and I would just have to know that you're never getting this picked back up again. I have to live with where this ended, and I hate it. I want more. But yeah, now I'm thankful that many of my favorite shows, are continuing, and we get more and more seasons of the goodness. So I appreciate that. I feel like I'm in a good spot that way with anime. And then I also want to be thankful for all the time that Phil has on his hands to try new shows and recommend them here. Because I do not have that free time. So I really enjoy that, like, when Phil gets really excited about a show, I'm like, I'm at least going to try it and give it a go, because that level of enthusiasm should be rewarded with a good viewing or two. And yeah, I found some really good shows that I've enjoyed that way. So
I hear excuses with that one. That's what I hear. I hear prioritization. That's Phil's dedicated.
It's not that I don't try new shows. I've tried some new ones that I've enjoyed, and then tried some new ones that I've definitely struck out on.
Sure.
But it is nice sometimes when, like, Phil's just like, you guys, you got to try it. It's so good. Like, it's just nice to be like, yeah, it's fun to share that enthusiasm.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that. Yeah. It's nice to be. I finally made it. I feel like I'm like no longer an anime newbie. Like, if you get like, so I got to the point where you guys are taking my recommendations. Sorry, what?
We should have had a ceremony.
Right. Actually, I think I haven't been an anime newbie for quite some time, but
yeah. I that's why I like, when you feel the passion like that, that's great, because there's all kinds of shows that, yeah, they'd be good to watch. They're fine. But that's the ones I really want to know when you're like on fire about it, because there's too much otherwise. So really got to pick the time well. And so so like I definitely would not have tried the Kamen Rider show, and I know, Andrea, you were not really into jumping on the cooking one. So.
Oh, sure.
Right.
Yeah. Both those shows, frankly, I kind of just tried on a whim. I mean, like, it looked cool, read a little about it, tried it, loved it, so.
Yeah.
It's trial and error. It's just like you always do, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, that's that's a lot of what we did at like HomeCon when we would, grab some random shows and watch 3 episodes, and it hits or it doesn't, but when you all get really excited about it, it's really fun to share.
It is, for sure.
Yep. Nice. All right, Phil, how about you?
Well, kind of similarly, I was going to say I'm thankful for the two of you who tutored me in the ways of anime and really encouraged my growth, and really were the ones to first, as I was getting into some just like American anime adjacent animated series that were getting popular on Netflix. You guys were, kindly pointing me towards other things to try, and just really kind of blossomed from there. So I mean, I don't know that I would have gotten as into it if I hadn't had a bunch of like really good recommendations and encouragement from you guys. So thankful for that.
Okay. Oh, well.
Aw.
You're welcome.
It's an honor to be your
on your
sensei.
podcast like all the time. So
Very good.
Honored to be my sensei. Thank you. Yes, I do appreciate it.
Yeah. Very good.
You, John.
My thing, I got one it's a little, I'm going to read a little bit of it here
geez.
so I don't get it wrong. So basically there's my feeling is, so Phil, you mentioned the like anime adjacent shows on Netflix, and you see a lot of shows now that are either they feel samey, or they're definitely made in like this kind of, like they outsource a lot of the elements of the show. They're made in different places. And I don't know, anime is just changing in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. And you see poor localization. And we see this in the video game space too. Like there's been some companies, it seems like maybe like a Square Enix, that try to adjust some of their products for a world or Western audience. And I'm always of the stance like anime blew up and became this worldwide phenomenon because it's distinctly Japanese. Sure. And if they succumb to pressures from outside to change, you're just going to lose the people that brought it to its, it won't be the thing anymore.
No,
it might attract a few new people or something, you know, but it's like, so I just don't, there's plenty of space in the market for something that Netflix does or whatever, all kinds of different things. But the stuff that comes from Japan doesn't need to try to cater to those things and those markets. I agree. And so I think there's a recognition of this in Japan, so much so that there's been a policy proposal from Japan's Ministry of Economic Trade and Industry in October of this year that is focusing on like growing anime. To me, they recognize the importance of this as a cultural thing and as an export. So they want to support the efforts to create in Japan and then deliver to the world. They want no interference in the content of creative works. So they're working on a pledge for for an anti-censorship element of it, and direct and transparent support to creators, and prioritize those willing to take creative risks. So, people that are like, oh, well, okay, maybe there's a million isekai, maybe someone's trying something different, whatever. Yeah. So I'm not I'm not a Japanese citizen. I'm not involved in Japanese politics, obviously, and stuff. But just to me, this is like sounds good that there's more and more people in Japan, the government included, that recognize this is an important cultural thing to them and are trying to protect it.
For sure.
So that's something I'm thankful for.
The only thing, to your point, John, the only thing that I like and am cool with that how they cater maybe to like Western audiences is I do appreciate how some of the more popular shows, I think maybe they're more popular in the West, I'm not sure why, but some of the shows like will just drop directly dubbed, which is kind of nice. Like like campfire cooking another world, my unique or my whatever campfire cooking that drops directly in English. And Dana and I, when we first watched season 1, we discovered it after it had already been out, the whole series, and so we watched it in English. And I didn't really want to have to wait and watch it and wait until it got dubbed. And I really didn't want to watch it in Japanese because I'd already seen the first season in English. So I was like, oh, they just dropped it directly in English. And so that I appreciate, but that's the only thing that I care that much about. Other than that, I mean, it can stay as Japanese-ness. That's great.
Yeah, I don't think, I think that's, largely on whoever, company A in Japan has a property, whoever they decide to license it to in different regions, it's kind of on them then to, if they want to dub it and get it out at whatever rate they are capable of. I don't know that there's any contracts or deals like this must be same day. I don't think so. So I think, I imagine that will persist if people enjoy it and what they can, get access to.
Kaiju number 8 did that too, right? It dropped in English. There's certain shows that like just drop in English, which is, I mean, I don't mind if it's in Japanese. There's some shows I prefer in Japanese, but I only want Japanese. So I don't know. But anyway, it's not really I guess maybe that's not the point of what they're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that touches on another thing that we've said over the years that we're all probably thankful for is the proliferation of English voice actor talent for dubbing anime shows, because it used to be real bad. Like, I mean, John's heard probably too many times to count how sick I was of, like the Japanese versus English in Death Note. Like, I couldn't watch it. In English, it was just like grating.
Yeah.
Even I remember saying that.
The fight now can be over.
Like, it made that big of an impression that oh my God, it just like, I get goosebumps. It's like raising my hackles. I can't do it. For an old timey phrase for y'all, but I can't do it.
The fight can be over now, like the quality of and honesty of the translation and like how many liberties they want to take to make something understandable to a culture here versus like making it direct interpretation of meaning, all that sort of thing. But it's not really debatable of the improved process and, like you say, talent that they have. They're actually saying the lines. Like it's
those are two totally separate things in my mind. Like I agree with you. You could definitely have some arguments about, like how freely maybe we're adapting a story to dub it in English. Because we've definitely heard voice actors talk about like the crazy things that they've done for scripts and like the ways that they just were like, let's just like, make this totally insane and nuts. So that's totally different to me than just like actually having the talent to like back something up and make something good if you want to,
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, well, happy Anime Thanksgiving.
Anime Thanksgiving.
That's how that works. Curiosity, what do you guys, we don't normally do it on this show necessarily, but what are you drinking? I see a different can for Andrea, and then Phil, you got your big glass there yet. So
classic Phil.
It's kind of like a mystery, cocktail. So
it looks like the color of an Airhead mystery. So well done.
Oh yeah, boy, those are delicious.
They are delicious, aren't they?
It's an adult beverage. Let's leave it at that, I guess.
Okay. All right. Phil's gonna start seeing things.
Shocker! Okay,
yeah,
he's here.
How about you, Andrea? What do you have?
I just have a sparkling water because I was racing in between playing a surprise game of volleyball tonight. I subbed in for a team.
Oh, nice.
And then zipped back home to throw my kids in bed and then get down here. So I was just like, whoo, need a little, hydration.
There you go.
Need a little refresh.
Yep.
Very nice. Okay. Well, let's get into our main topic. Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. And we already had mentioned previously about how we really are not very familiar with Kamen Rider. I will find maybe sometime there was a show. It was not Kamen Rider, but it really felt like the same kind of subgenre.
Okay.
And it was these collector cards I had, and you could get them and put them together in a puzzle. Like the back side of them would make, like a 3x3 puzzle of them. I'll have to find that.
This is something you had as a kid?
Yeah. So as a kid, like I bought a lot of trading cards or whatever.
Sure.
And every once in a while you see something different. This was probably in the beginnings of recognizing that anime was a thing or something. And even though this was more, it was live action, like a Kamen Rider or a Power Rangers or whatever, I'll have to find it because I really don't know what it's called. But okay, so Phil, you've discovered this show, and we're going to talk about the first 3 episodes. Let's see, on the transition to. Oh wait, no, we can do.
And I talked about it a fair amount on the last podcast.
You did,
but we could probably give a little background on Kamen Rider for people who didn't see that episode, obviously. So
sure. Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this, hopefully you've seen the first 3 episodes here of this.
True.
But the idea of Kamen Rider being as you'd mentioned, sort of a Power Rangers-esque sort of thing, the superhero fighter, but it's like, as you said, sort of insect themed in the heroes and the villains and stuff, which is something I never really, from my very brief ever seeing it, didn't really pick up on.
The insect thing part?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Fair enough. I mean, I only knew it, I guess, because as soon as I started watching it, I was like researching Kamen Rider, the actual show, on like Wikipedia and stuff. So I was.
Oh, okay.
I like to know about a little bit about like what I'm kind of watching, or if there's like a subculture or like a fandom that I'm not familiar with. I like to research it a bit once I discover it. So
sure,
it was more obvious with some of like the descriptions and pictures and like the internet.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So episode 1 sort of starts off with us with getting our little background of Tojima and what he, like, his clear passion, lifelong passion for Kamen Rider. He's like, we're getting glimpses at his childhood, like his mom's saying, like, if you're lonely, you can do something, but he's just completely absorbed in this show. And that persists through his adolescent years, leading to, I don't know, I guess, being ostracized from the rest of his class. Like, if this is the cause of it. I mean, what do you guys think of that? Is this like because the type of thing where he's just so obsessed that he doesn't care to have friends, basically, or everyone turns away from him because he's so singularly minded?
Yes. I'll just jump in here if that's okay. Yes, and I also think, like, because he's presumably an only child of a single parent, and his mom, worked a lot during his like free time, so he kind of like had his, had to kind of entertain himself a lot and watch these videos. And I think the heroes in these shows like help develop his sense of right and wrong and morals and about justice. And so I think he has this very like
responsibility.
I think he sort of has this like he's not like his classmates. He's like more kind of serious and like when he, the best example I can think of is like when he gets in a fight with another school and he's like, you guys shouldn't be getting in fights with the schools. You should be out there fighting evil. And they're all like, what? It's just like a very like adult thing to think and say, where like high school people are gonna be like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, we're not, it's this is just high school or whatever. So he's probably kind of an oddball in that way. So I think it has sort of ostracized him somewhat. And he's just, that's all he really cares about and does. And he practices, and he does weird things, like he practices his weird moves on the side of a riverbank, and people think he's kind of a loner.
Yeah. Jumping in, I would agree with your assessment, Phil. First off, like you said, he's a only child of a single parent, so I think there is some tendency towards isolation, and also when you're an only child and you only interact with like adults outside of his obsession with Kamen Rider, you just kind of become more adult, and you don't know how as easily to play with kids. And then if you add on this obsession with Kamen Rider and him saying, it's not a game, you can't pretend.
Yeah.
He clearly doesn't know how to play with the other kids because he doesn't think it's playing.
Yeah. He actually wants to
be
fight
serious.
evil.
Exactly. So he doesn't know how to like play games. So then there's another barrier removing him from the other kids.
Yep.
And then I think he is just, a lot of his headspace is in this show, and how to like translate it into his life, and what can he do, and how can he be a Kamen Rider. So there isn't a lot of leftover for social interaction.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of different factors, I think, that come together to isolate him from his classmates.
Yep.
I do have to say, during this first episode, I was getting strong One Punch Man vibes.
Oh,
in the sense of, an ordinary guy gets so obsessed with something and trains so hard that he, develops actual. I mean, he basically kind of ends up the episode with superpowers.
Kind of. He threw a bear.
He's insanely strong. Exactly. Yeah. He could take on a full-grown bear.
Yeah.
He's insanely strong. He survived a beating from all of these guys and came back up, and so I was getting that sort of vibe.
Sure. Yeah.
Obviously not, following that show completely. They are definitely different shows, but I was just getting a little bit of that. So I was like, I feel this, and I feel why Phil is into this.
Yeah.
But is he an edge lord?
I mean, we like what
edge
we
lord?
like.
Kinda.
Yeah.
In there.
We like
I don't know the
like.
definition, so I'm just gonna have to go with whatever it is. Okay, yeah. Makes me think of a couple things with the powers. I do like the way this is going with that. I was expecting it to be this sort of thing where he's really pretty useless for a long time. And if something would happen in the show that we would see him then train, and somehow he would become more effective or something. But for a long time, he'd be bumbly, and he was just a fan and whatever. So it was a surprise for me.
More like a la Kaiju number 8 with Kafka.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
Similar to that.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. So I was happy about that. And then back to like his motivation and stuff. And do you think we're going to find out this is some sort of like a coping mechanism for him? That because like there's one thing with being passionate about a show. And then there's another with like wanting it to be real. Yeah. And then there's another thing of like thinking it is real. Sure. Like those are different things. And I guess it feels like he's wanted so badly for it to be real, and now it maybe is. Is that
maybe
the
he
right
manifested
lead,
it?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I think it's going to be something interesting. Maybe we'll delve into a little more yet, because it does seem a little unbelievable to be so passionate about it.
Well, sure.
That, it's real to him. He
Yeah.
says it's real to
Right.
me.
Right.
What does that mean exactly?
Yeah.
Right. Well, we quickly learned that it's not just real to him, it's real to several other people.
Yep.
And I do think in kind of viewing some of the characters' origin stories and their introduction to Kamen Rider, it is something that is a coping mechanism. For Tojima, he was alone a lot of his childhood, both because his mom worked and his dad leaves.
Yeah.
In a very sad scene.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's very cute but sad at the same time. And then we have the teacher, Miss Okada, and she is dealing with a situation of bullying and gets introduced to this show, and it takes over for her. So I think there is an element of that here.
Sure. Do we think that moment is the last time he saw his father?
It's a pretty big setup to suggest that. It's some heavy-handed hinting, I think. But it could be a plot twist later that something else develops, or we're misled.
Well, for whatever reason, when I thought, oh, okay, so this is his father gives him money, he can buy some takoyaki, and then he walks away, and that just is emblematic of the way his father was. He'd come in, he'd be there, nice words, but then he's gone again, Yeah. But I like it if it's more poignant if that was like the last time. And so
right. Yeah, I took it that way, just because it seemed like a big setup, and it seemed like a kind of sad, I'm going to distract you. Here's a bunch of money and have fun at this festival. Festivals are so fun. And then he there's a very deliberate shot of him walking away.
Right.
And then, for most of Tojima's adult life that we've seen in these 3 episodes, he eats takoyaki. So I thought that, maybe there was some sort of like, this is the last time I saw my father. There's something reminiscent about this dish, or, something I'm holding on to here.
Yep.
Might be a big read in a wrong direction, but that's how I took it.
He also talks about loving, like, oh, it's that time of year already for the festival. Like,
exactly.
Like loving the festival. So it's like, I'm sure it's nostalgic for like when he and his dad had the good times they had, but
right. The last good time.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I do think, though, just to your point, to how obsessed these characters are with Kamen Rider, I got the impression in like doing some cursory research that there are Kamen Rider super fans out there, like probably mostly in Japan and stuff. But I think this was, my understanding is this is an extremely popular show, and it's a little unbelievable. Like they're fighting, crime and stuff, and they're like have superpowers. But I do think there are actual super fans like them out there.
Yeah, and I'm not suggesting that like they're not super fans of the show, because it also might be a little bit of a way to cope with some life stuff. I think it's a little bit of both.
Oh yeah, very, very possibly. Yeah.
I have no doubt that there are. I mean, you can see them go to the anime convention. People that are super fans. I've seen people recently, videos of like 30-plus-year-old women crying because they're meeting Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
Yeah, and like Disney,
like Disney super fans.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Got it.
But those people, like I can't speak for everyone, obviously, but they're not necessarily healthy. Like this guy,
no,
he's got a job.
Yeah.
He doesn't. So there's an element too where like, he does it. Does he still not have friends? That sort of thing. Does he still not have a social life? All this sort of thing. So he's carried this. I want to know more about this, but he does have, like I say, he doesn't seem like he's out of money. He's not a pathetic character in the sense that we would often see from like an otaku or a neat, you know, if you watch Welcome to the NHK, the whole thing about it being a neat, like you are obsessed with something, your room is filled with whatever, and then you're a recluse. You stay in your home.
Yes.
You don't go out. You have severe social anxiety.
Sure.
Those are the kinds of things that I associate more typically with someone that is so obsessed with something that they just dream it was real or think it is real, like one of the two.
Yeah. No.
And so he doesn't have those sort of things.
No, that's true. Yep.
But well, anyways, I'm interested to learn more. I hope we get some of those further beats. Before we move on to like him, I mean, I'm showing him as an adult here and stuff, but I just had to say back when he was a kid, who is this Emily? This Emily is like, you've just gone easier on them.
Oh, right. It's like, well, he just tried to like kidnap you.
Yeah. And then later he gets his face all beat up and she's like, oh my God, your face, and runs away.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, she was not great. Freaking Emily.
I don't need to see this Emily again.
No,
bye, Emily.
Nor do I think we will. I think that was like all flashback stuff.
Maybe, yeah.
I think it was just he used her as a mechanism to just like show that at times there have been people that have been interested in like knowing him or romantically interested in him, and then it's like the other stuff pushes people away. Like there's just a example of that.
Okay. Well, we've delved into a little bit, but going into episode 2, we jump right into learning about tackle. And, you know, so we switch sort of origins here, or whatever.
Yep.
And
okay.
Yes,
I gotta say, as we dive into episode 2, this is where like not like it's not gonna destroy the show for me, but I did have a question about this show, and I'm sure it's because I have no background with it.
Okay.
So they started talking in episode 2, like episode 1 I've totally followed, like Tojima wants to be Kamen Rider. But then in episode 2 they would say a Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Well, the show's called Tojima Wants to be a Kamen Rider.
Right, but the show inside the show is Kamen Rider, and there is Kamen Rider.
Because he's I think because he's the OG.
Are there other Kamen Riders?
Yes. There's multiple like variations of it and like
him?
versions.
But this is the original.
The concept of right. This is where I was like, I'm not quite following.
Yeah.
You know what they're defining. What is a Kamen Rider?
I think it was like
Kamen
this
Rider.
Group. I think it was like this crime fighting group, and they were Kamen Riders. But I think there is one original Kamen Rider, and like different, like one like.
And then there are other Kamen Riders that are called different things. Like I am Tackle, a Kamen Rider. I am Kamen Rider, a Kamen Rider.
I think so.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little. I was a little like, this is very, you know.
This isn't too much of a spoiler.
Throwing my headspace.
Sure, this isn't too much of a spoiler, but in the future episodes, there's another character who dresses as Kamen Rider version 3, and he just is called V3, and that's what people know him as, like in the fandom community, is like V3. Like I want to be like V3. So, it's a little confusing, and
did you see where I was a little like, wait, what?
I pictured it like if it was again going to the Power Rangers kind of analogous sort of thing here. If when Power Rangers started, it was the Power Ranger, and you had the Red Ranger, but then he grew a team.
You don't still call one the Power Ranger. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's the Red Ranger.
Sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it was it was a little difficult that there wasn't some sort of like adjustment.
Sure.
To know sometimes when we're talking about Kamen Rider versus a Kamen Rider.
Right.
Sure. I hear you.
So I did wish the show would have given like a little just something there, and again, like you said, that more might be coming, and
I imagine. Yeah.
It's not that, you know, it's that I haven't been acquainted with the show and kind of the lore or the mythos, but it was a little tough to get past that. But once I did, I really started enjoying this episode.
Yeah. Oh, good. There are some other things in the show that, again, I think it will explain as it goes on. But like with the villain, or I'm terrible. I'm forgetting the name of the villain organization.
Shocker.
Shocker. Thank you. There's some aspects of Shocker that are confusing. Like I don't know. Have we gotten to the point where these two meet like a Shocker monster?
With the very end.
Okay. At the very end of 3.
So it's just like there is obviously some supernatural stuff going on, and it's not really clear like why there's like flunkies and why there's like monsters. I don't know. So
well, anyway. It goes to the whole thing. Like they have their foot soldiers. In Power Rangers, you have the what are they called? What are those guys called? They're in gray. They go like,
yeah.
The clay.
Wait, what now?
Huh?
I think you broke up. I think you have to do it again. What?
No. the putty or something, or
I know what you're talking about.
Or like in Ninja Turtles, it is the foot. And
the Foot Clan, for sure.
Yep.
So you have the lackeys, the normal people. Yeah. But I also like that about this show, that they seem like we're already like leveling up here. We have the imposters who are easily defeatable.
Yes.
Then you get when you first show up with the first real Shocker. I forget what they call them. They're the regular soldiers or whatever. Yep. They did have a name for them.
Right.
They're serious business. It seems compared to the and then the two of them take one out, but they're not nice, and they seem like a threat versus pushovers.
Yeah, for sure.
See, and that's the sort of stuff that like didn't quite make sense, but it's definitely a plot point that I felt like I can definitely wait on this for this to be explained later. So yeah, I wasn't bothered by that piece. Like I said, I really had a hard time when people would refer to Kamen Rider versus a Kamen Rider. I was like, what is the difference? Somebody just tell me in one sentence of exposition.
I don't know well enough to answer that question yet, I guess, but hopefully.
It's totally fine. It's just something like I had to, move past. But it was for a minute. I was really tripped up by being like, how can she be Tackle but be Kamen Rider? And then they were like, a Kamen Rider. So.
Yep. I also wonder at what point they'll introduce motorcycles, because I think in the original Kamen Rider show they all ride motorcycles.
Yeah, for sure.
Why not introduce that? That'd be sweet in anime. Maybe they will.
I have to show this image again quickly just to say that I would wrap my thumb around the bar. Just like,
it's
a little better grip there.
Little tip to the animation team.
Yeah, I don't know.
Our team.
Yeah. I would think, I think that's another interesting thing here, is that Tackle has gone, she's been preparing for a long time. I think she said she's like 24 or whatever. But she has her suit. She's ready to go. And she's embarrassed that how could the OG, this guy masquerading as the Kamen Rider, wearing just a
plastic
festival
mask,
stand, plastic mask. But he had this like resistance, like he's never ready enough or good enough, it seemed like when he was, I think, training against the bear maybe or something, he was like, he wanted to be so real, but like he's, I don't know, like not deeming himself worthy, so he never took the step of going and making or getting a real costume.
Yeah, I think he's like many a Marvel or other DC superhero origin story where they gotta earn the suit. We see the evolution and we see the fight and we see the level up.
Yeah,
and I think that's very much his mindset of like I've got to earn my way into like a full, embodiment of Kamen Rider.
Sure.
I can see that. Although the mask does, I don't know if it's just like the way they're animating it, but it does seem like the mask is giving him some sort of special something or other, because it like when he sees through it, there's like sometimes they show like little different things. Like it's.
I didn't read that as the mask.
Oh, okay.
I think that's just. I mean, maybe, but to me, that's just him.
Okay.
You know, I think that he is going to manifest and is manifesting some sort of actual power.
Yep.
And we almost like see it in his like a look of his veins. Like at certain moments, is like everything lights up. You know.
Yeah.
And,
I do enjoy how a lot of times you can like with their different masks they wear, you can see like one of their eyes. You can, because it's like this like transparent, but it's not fully transparent. They're still, and sometimes you can see like with the way the light is, you can see one of their eyes but not the other. It's cool.
Yep.
Fun little trick they do.
They like when he's first transforming. I feel it. They did a good job, you know. Like it's great because he's just putting on this little plastic mask and it's like, but yeah, you're right with the one eye thing, and
he gets so emotional because he wants it so bad.
Crying behind it.
Yes.
But it's good. I've been enjoying the art and stuff.
Good.
So
okay, cool.
I'm looking forward to. I want to see a longer battle and how that really looks.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
So far, it looks nice.
Yeah, glad you guys like it so far.
Yeah, I really do.
I like
it's just really fun. It's fun and it's unique.
Yeah, I was telling Ashley it kind of feels like it's got a tone a little bit of like a Sakamoto Days.
Yeah. Sure. I like it a lot better than Sakamoto Days, but yeah.
And it's also, I mean, it is very like throwback to the 80s, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it's like a little bit of meta, it's 80s within 80s because of course like Kamen Rider feels like the old show feels really 80s.
Yeah.
But this almost has like a vibe to it as well. Like some of the shows that we watched, John, in some of our rewinds, there was like that motorcycle one that we watched. This felt like that as well. The soundtrack feels like if you crossed 80s metal with like EDM. I mean, yeah, we watched Akira and one other one. There was like
was
3 detective women. Right? You know, oh God.
We were watching that also for our cyberpunk stuff, right?
We were.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, well, I don't remember what that was called.
So this just feels like that as well. It gives off like that vibe. And like I was saying, I really have enjoyed the music. It's like 80s rock band crossed with a little bit of, you know, EDM dance. And it's really fun. It just gets me revved up. I actually listened to the soundtrack before I played volleyball tonight.
Oh, nice. Cool. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fun. Okay, so we should talk. I mentioned her as broached episode 2, but talk a little more about Tackle and her background and her obsessed student.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, bro. But you know.
Yeah, I mean, to a kid, what are you gonna do? Like that's, you know. To a kid.
Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes people have crushes on their teachers, and she's, you know, obviously attractive. So
is it going to be her like once again is going to keep falling into her and being her protect my stuff guy?
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. I would say I hope this either goes in a different direction or like somehow cuts off, because I think I'm going to find that a little repetitive. I thought it was very funny. Like I remember you describing this scene when you were talking about, you know, Tojima as a Kamen Rider, and you were like, and there's this really funny part where, you know, she starts like, you know, just, and I thought that was hilarious, and he reacted like you said, and I was like, I'm so enjoying this. But I feel like if they keep doing that, I'm going to find it less and less funny each time.
Sure. Yeah.
So like stuff that I enjoyed was like where he was like following her and he's like, I'm gonna like, I'm keeping her secret and we're gonna have like a little assignation or whatever. And then he follows her to the closet and then like, I know, right? That was hilarious. That was really funny. Even though you described it very well, it still was like, it's happening.
He's gonna have a stroke.
Yeah. So I thought it was really funny that he follows her and he's like, I'm going to keep her secret. And now she owes me. And then he stumbles on this like closet conversation.
Oh, yeah.
That I
thought he was going to pass out. He was like hyperventilating in the closet.
Yes. But then it was, oh my God, it was like 1, 2, 3 shocks in a row. Like here's, it's the restaurant girl that we just saw. Oh my gosh. She's like, what are you doing with my man? My man is super into this. Surprise. I'm part of the Shocker organization.
Yep.
I loved that because I thought that this was going to go in a very predictable direction and it was just like left turns all the way.
Yep. Yeah.
So I blew through a lot of plot points on episode 3 in that little summation right there. Sure. But I just wanted to mention that I really like that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I hope the show does that rather than like hit the same funny beats.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. That's fair.
They could totally do it again like 1 or 2 more times. I just don't want it to be like rote.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, something I have to mention that really adds to this show is the little background noises for different things.
Oh yeah.
Like there's the little like I don't even know what the noise is, but a little like uhs and stuff at different. That's perfect.
There was going along with that, John, there's a part when he was, it was like he was walking. It was in the first episode. I rewatched some last night. And they were playing this like musical background. And it was just, I can't remember, but it was like, very, I don't know. Yeah. To that point, it was like really good. Like not even just the music, but just like the sound effects are quite good. Yeah.
Sure.
Or like this scene where, this is clearly where Miss Okada's in control and she's like, do you still like me now that you know my secret? And the crowd's like, yeah, kid, do you? What do you think? Like, like just a quick community poll right here. What's up, kid?
Well, I swear even in the beginning of this, in episode 2, they used the meme, wow. Like, I swear they took that sound and I didn't expect that. And then they kept doing it, different noises, and that really added something for me.
I think it's a very clever show among all the other high points.
Let's see. Other things I had to call out.
Is like the animation style, it sounds like. Yeah,
so far,
it's really like kind of bold, like thick lines. I feel like it's quite a heavy art style, which I think works well. I like it.
It has a good opening credit. I think it looks good. I'm undecided on if I love the song or not yet.
Yeah, but, I like the song a lot. I wouldn't put it up there with like some of my favorites at this point, but I do like it.
Yeah.
But yes, it looks great.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's cool.
I like the closing too, frankly, with the little takoyaki who's like working out.
Mm-hmm. It's cute. Yeah.
I didn't get to pay too much attention to the closing yet because I was trying to get all the episodes in.
Get through.
It's like a stop motion little scene of a takoyaki like working out. It's funny. Mm-hmm. Like just a single takoyaki ball.
I did write in my notes. I need to retread this because it's kind of like what we talked about before. But I was just saying, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to sell fantasy as a fix for real world problems. But I guess if it just inspires you, that's in reference to Tackle and her father showing her, this is solution here is when she comes home with deal with bullying. Mm-hmm. Here, watch this superhero. I don't know, but
I think it's funny because it starts in a healthy place and then again kind of like grows into like ooh, because she's like, oh, they're bullies, and he's like, why didn't you deal with it? And she goes, well, they're boys, and he's like, psh, Women can take care of themselves. Check this out. Tackle's awesome.
Yeah, you see this fictional television show? He's gonna,
But,
no
I mean,
problem.
Right, but like the lesson is good. It's just like maybe like the methodology gets a little lost here.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know how that would work out. I mean, as a parent, I just wouldn't be like, well, you see here, let's sit down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
whatever.
anybody's like, boy, this is just like a list of parenting goals kind of show.
No.
But like I said, the essence of the lesson that he's trying to teach her, I think, is good. It's just,
But
change the delivery.
Her dad's wearing some shirt too, so maybe he's like obsessed as well and not very clear-minded about this sort of thing.
I think so.
I would make it. It would understand
a
a lot more if she came upon the show herself when she was feeling down and just was like inspired by and like, oh, if only I could be like this and I had this sort of power and everything like that. Just as but as like a father showing her this, that shows like he has a problem too, sort of thing.
Oh yeah,
sure, fair. Yeah.
Everybody seems really casual about showing their face and their real identity. Like even the imposter shocker, they like were at the scene of the crime or something, took the mask off and stuff. It's like people around.
It's a weird thing because like you said, yes. And also, Miss Okada like freaks out at one point when her student is going to be like, hey, shouting her name in front of the crowd. And she's like,
sure.
Like that's enough.
Right.
So
I
don't
thought
know
there'd
that
be
it's
more of
figured that
that.
out yet.
Yeah.
I don't know that they've figured that out yet.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that I'm still not super clear on. I still think the Shocker organization is kind of strange. Like, why is the restaurant waitress girlfriend who's in Shocker, why is her face? Is it painted? Is she not human? And they keep saying, like, and every once in a while they're like, oh, these are humans doing this, like about the Kamen Rider fans who are becoming. So like they keep referring to them as humans. So clearly there are non-humans in the show. Is restaurant girlfriend a human or not human?
Wait. I'm not following. Wait.
I mean, take a beat, Phil, and think about if you're referencing something beyond the first 3 episodes.
Sure. Okay. Forget what I said, but you did see the restaurant girl. Is her face painted?
Yes. No, she did. Yeah.
There's like a monsters. So, I mean,
well, yeah, because
we're still going to find out.
Sure. Yes, I agree with you there. Obviously, we found out about like the Shocker monster, and then this restaurant girlfriend, this waitress, appears at the end of the closet scene, and she's got like pink and purple. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. I wonder what this. I mean, we end on a cliffhanger there, so it was like, is this some sort of costume, or is this like another monster? Is this something else? I wasn't sure.
The show also does. I was rewatching that episode yesterday when they came upon each other in the closet. They do fan service in a very strange way, where the waitress just kind of like rubbed up on her. I was like, but she's not actually coming on to her, like, or what? I was just like, what's going on here? It's just like, well, this is tight quarters and we both are well endowed, and so we can't help but bump into each other. I was like, that was strange.
I'm sure that happens all the time.
Totally.
It's just like, there's no space here for our breasts.
Yeah.
So
that's definitely a part of my everyday life.
I think
problems I have to really think about. Yeah.
I think that I read it as like sort of if someone just gets up in your face, she's confronting her.
Yeah.
And you've seen it before.
Close.
It's silly. It's silly when people do it, but like literally bump chests or whatever.
Sure.
Like, what's your deal? You're coming onto my man, like. So I read it as that thing, and with a little bit of a extra delay, so we can let our student here freak out, thinking, "Oh yeah, is
Exactly.
this something else?" And then we quickly are like, "Oh wait, no, it's
Yeah.
Which
I
which
suppose,
I was surprised we got the answers that so fast with that, because I did guess during when they were in the restaurant, it's like, oh, is she Shocker in Shocker? Because just what they had,
feeling.
she was so concerned. It's like, well, okay, that's jealousy. Okay, that's right.
Sure.
But then when ways that she left, and as soon as she's sort of out of sight, her expression changed. She got like real, angry eyes or whatever and stuff. And so it's just like, oh, is there another motive here as to,
Yeah.
I mean, she's like, and that's a question too. Is she into him, or is it just to keep tabs on this guy that swears he's aware of Shocker's existence and kind of keep that on the down low?
I think it's both.
Okay. Yeah. So otherwise they just get rid of him, right?
Yeah, and she talks about turning hate to love, and she really did genuinely seem like, what's up with you, being near my man? I do. I think she hates and loves him, and just is like, I don't know where this is coming from. I kind of wish it wasn't, but I love this guy. It's very inconvenient for me, but
Right.
she talks about how hot he is, and oh man. So I think she loves him and hates him, and it's very complex for her. So she focuses on other stuff like, okay, well, I can't really still deal with him, but I can deal with who are you and why are you getting close to my guy? And haha, reveal.
Yep. Very nice. Yeah, I think I think, I don't know. This show is just going where I didn't expect it, and I'm kind of happy about it.
Great.
I didn't know where it would go. So I didn't have, I just thought it would be a longer setup to our protagonist being cool and effective. And then when it started, you didn't realize that, we were going to get real Shocker. I was thinking that imposter groups were going to be they were sort of going to level up and become more and more Shocker like
Yakuza Man. I definitely was like, he's gonna turn into Shocker at some point. He's gonna keep moving up there, and then nope.
Yep. It's like, surprise, there's an actual Shocker with monsters and all.
Yeah. So I mean,
it really does. Doesn't waste a lot of time getting into the meat of what the story is about, which I appreciate. It moves pretty quick into oh yeah, no, Kamen Rider, Shocker, it's all real.
Yep. Yeah, and I like it as this. I'm very curious as to the background explanation, with, why have they existed for so long and then been unknown? It's like, in my head, it's something like the show was created based off of some element of reality, and that being so widely dispersed and seen would not work well for Shocker to be out there. And so they made the choice to go covert with all their operations instead of being out there. I don't know. I don't know what the story.
They're out there again.
Now they're out there again. But they were kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm very curious.
Yeah. So. Yeah, definitely interesting. Makes you want to find out more. Yeah.
So how
I think the combination of all those things. Sorry. How far am I? Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, I think the combination of all those things make it so engaging, where it's just it's interesting, it's clever, it doesn't go where you expect. It's got fun little little tricks, some fun animation tricks and some fun audio tricks and things that make it really fun. I am. I think I have one episode to watch, so I'm 7 or 8 episodes in.
okay.
I want to say. So I'm. Let me just double check here.
Yeah, I think there's 8.
Okay, so I think I'm set. I think I have an episode to watch. I'm probably 7 in. Yeah.
Okay. I have this shot pulled up, and I brought this up because as I was scrubbing through, it's like you look at it, for those that can't see it, it's a picture of a Shocker guy that was they had that the restaurant owner had encountered as a kid when he's retelling his tale,
Right.
and he's the guy that burns down the house, and I think that this was a cool part of the background of Shocker and something that the show is doing well, and that this could be a show that's completely goofy. Like if you just look at this costume and stuff and you don't know what's going on at all, it's like it looks silly. He's got a cutout for his nose there and whatever, a skin tight suit. a lot of shows that you'd would be completely silly, would completely for fun.
Yep.
But the moments when Shocker shows up, they do such a good job that it's actually a little bit jolting or scary or something. It's like it's unexpected, or you're like, oh shit, like this guy's gonna kill people now, or like they bring a seriousness to it that on its face shouldn't be there. And so I like the way that's done.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I saw, I think somewhere it was listed in the description, I think on Crunchyroll, it's listed actually as a seinen.
Seinen, okay.
Seinen. It's listed as a seinen.
Not semen. It's not listed as a seinen, probably.
I was going to say seinen.
Okay. Yeah, seinen. I mean, that makes sense because our protagonist is 40.
Sure.
So,
but I think it's upon like rewatch. I know I said it was like quite funny. I don't actually think it's like funny. I know it's not supposed to be a comedy. Certainly, there are funny parts, but I think it's actually it's like, and I don't think it's like a drama either. I don't know what to call it exactly. It's its own thing.
Okay. Yeah,
or,
I mean,
what do you guys call it?
The art style suggests that it's for a little bit older audience.
Yeah.
The
for sure.
Protagonist's age suggests a bit older audience, and it is. I don't know. It is funny because again, the little noises they add and stuff. It's funny. I like that. Like they add in those moments, but I also feel like it's going to get more serious. Like they're going to keep those comedic things. And so like you're further ahead. So I feel like part of that is your feeling of the show is rubbing off, because I just think it's going to, like, these guys are going to get in further than they expect now that this is real. And so some of that's going to, change the tone of the show some.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, anything else? So anything we haven't touched upon here? Kind of went through my notes and said mostly what I felt compelled to say.
I don't think so. I think it's just it's like it's fun, it's unexpected, and it's exciting. Like it's very engaging. I don't know. Yeah.
Let me just scrubbing through again. This is the kid's imagination. She has to have even larger breasts in his mind.
Yes, correct.
It's like,
just comically large at this point.
Like larger than her head.
Oh yes.
Yeah, clearly the animation team, the artistic team is like having fun with, like, clearly it's like, we're gonna make all the women have large boobs in this show for sure. Like clearly that was a choice. That was a choice. Not all the women, but all the main women.
I would say I'm waiting for the small-breasted representation.
I'm sure it's gonna come. Totally.
So. I don't know. Maybe it was Emily and Dunn.
Oh yeah, Emily. Okay.
I don't know. No, I guess I don't remember. The fact that I don't remember, they weren't clearly like massive. Right. So I guess
that's right. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, very
Yeah.
good.
Great.
I liked. Thanks for the recommendation, Phil. I was trying to tell Ashley, like, while I'm on the show here, she should watch it so we can watch through it together.
I told Dana the same. I was like, you probably would like this. It's like quite fun.
She would.
But I don't know. She might. Maybe will.
Yeah. Well, okay, so that was Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, episodes 1 through 3. We'll see what comes next. Phil, you're gonna have to rewatch because it's gonna be too long between.
I know. That's good. I like it enough to rewatch it. At least to kind of like casually rewatch it.
Yeah.
Well, and is it the season 8 episodes?
Oh,
I have no idea.
I hope not.
Okay. I was just curious if that was, again, it's like there are no laws about season length these days. You can't, I feel like you can't, expect a certain number of episodes because no laws.
I was hoping there's going to be at least 12,
Yeah.
would be my guess.
I just never know.
Sure.
Fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if it is 8, that'll be an easy rewatch for you. It'll be, quick. But hopefully it keeps going.
Yeah, I'm happy about this because I was like, well, what should we talk about on the anime podcast? We're all kind of watching some different things or in different places in different series. And so if we're happy with this one and continue, that's great.
Yeah.
Sorry, you'll have to avoid telling us spoilers, Phil.
That's right. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Well, Google AI, which we know, who knows,
is never wrong.
Never wrong.
Yeah.
The season 1 of Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider will have 24 episodes, but the season is planned to have 2 cores with 12 episodes per core. So I wonder if it'll be like a Don or Kaiju number 8 situation where it's like 3 months later, there's the other 12 episodes, probably.
Sure. Makes sense.
So
summer.
my guess is like summer, July, maybe, the other half.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No, yee.
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 I'm not going to do the salute because it's
it's to the side.
Good choices. Good choices.
To the side.
To the side. It's different.
I mean, they are supposed to be some fascist,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think they actually were like in the original Kamen Rider show. It's like they're based off of like a Nazi type like fascist. I mean, it was like post in the 70s. I mean, it was like well past World War II, but not that far.
Right.
So,
I mean, they're very they're very easy enemies to draw. You know what I mean? Like so many of the Marvel is like we're still fighting like Nazi Germany leftovers,
Hydra.
And exactly. So I mean,
it actually reminds me a lot of Hydra. Like it's like a very similar evil organization.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, and thank you guys for joining me. This is again for our first stream on the Ohio Anime YouTube page. So if you access our content there or just care about the anime stuff, here it is on the YouTubes on a separate channel. Otherwise, next week we'll probably be back with a regular Popcast on the Rocks. So same Popcast on the Rocks on podcast directories and Twitch and X, different YouTube channel if you just live on YouTube. It's I don't know, Andrea, Frankenstein I think is the deal there. So Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, that's on Netflix. That'll be on the regular Popcast on the Rocks episode.
Have you watched it yet?
Next week after
Have you committed the time?
I have watched like a little over half of it. So I was intending to be done with it now, but it didn't work out. So
it's lengthy.
We'll have it in 2 parts, hoping to, unless there's a miracle and I can get to the gym tomorrow night, probably be tomorrow night that we finish it out. So
sure.
I have lots of thoughts. I've been keeping notes. Got a page up to keep notes if you have.
Good. Yeah, I'll throw my thoughts in there as well.
So, Phil, did you watch?
I did. No, I'm familiar with it, but I've not watched it.
Okay.
It's on the Netflix now, so 'tis accessible. But yeah, you have to devote some time. It's 2.5, a little over 2.5, I think.
Oh, it's a movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I thought it was a series for some reason.
Yeah, early on, I wasn't certain. You know, we kind of went back and forth.
Yeah.
But so it's a movie.
Okay. Cool.
So
Yeah, potentially.
anyway, that's what's coming from us. And then the week after that, probably be more of this. So that's how this is rolling. It's the end of the year is going to be here upon us before you know it.
Mhm.
It'll all be over and into 2026. So, coming fast. But anyways, thank you for joining me, and we'll see everybody next time.
Sounds good.
See ya.
Bye, guys.